What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the Lucky Cat MC03 Microcosmos 03 Beast Lord, which is the Megazord, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord, Daizujin, whatever you want to call him. He's a Wibio for Lucky Cat, if you care. But what this is a third-party Megazord that is like about 6.5, 7 inches tall. I think it's like 6.5, maybe 6 inches. No, I don't think it's 7 inches. But you might have seen my Lucky Cat Voltron reviews. I did 2 of them, and they were awesome. And I'm gonna spoil it. This is awesome too. There was a Devastator in between, but I didn't get that because they priced me out of it. It's just too expensive. I guess because all of the robots in it transform into construction vehicles and whatnot. Whatever. Anywho, this one's interesting because unlike the other ones, as you can see here, they made like this other super robot out of it. And I guess that is to, skirt licensing. Which they hadn't done before, but I guess they were more worried here than they were everywhere else. I don't know. It's strange because Devastator is also Hasbro, so I don't know. I don't know what the story is there, but these guys also turn into cubes. Yeah, about that. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But without any further ado, let's get to the review. And this is not how it comes out of the package, but there are Zords. Yes, the Pterodactyl Zord is very interesting. Now, this came with a little box, not in the box, which had all kinds of things, heads and stuff. Like, they actually didn't include stuff that made it completely look like the Megazord in the actual box. It's very interesting. But like the Megazord head and the Triceratops head, and the Saber-Tooth Tiger head were all in here. The Mastodon and with some other stuff. The chest, the Mighty Morphin chest. So very, very interesting. Definitely a crazy licensing thing going on. They were really scared about getting sued about this one for sure. Now, I talked about them being cubes. Well, guys, I'm gonna say something that might be disappointing to a lot of you folks. I'm not transforming them into cubes. First up, I just don't care. Second, it's, they're ripping off of 5-2 Toys on that. And you know what? Granted, it's a third-party thing that's ripping off of Hasbro, first and foremost. But 5-2 Toys is a small company. And the Beast Box thing is such a proprietary thing. I'm kind of over, these guys going with that route. Plus, I don't care. Plus, I don't care to open any of these. They came with 4 of these multi-purpose armor box, and it's very similar to the 5-2 Toys boxes, but I'm not putting them together. If you need little boxes, armor boxes for anything, they're probably going to go on my eBay shop soon, so yeah, there's that. Also, just a note, these come with the, and I felt the same way about the Voltron stuff, the absolute worst directions, and it doesn't show you everything. It assumes you know how to do certain things, which I do. When it comes to engineering of like a Megazord, it's pretty standard. There was a few interesting different things about him, but this doesn't show you everything. It shows you some of the things. Some of the things into turning them into boxes, and they're just not great directions. They're really, really not. So, I'd say if these guys want to continue and move forward and continue doing what they do, make better directions. Okay, so let's get to the Zords. And we're going to get to the pterodactyl in the room, elephant in the room, and show you, yes, this is the biggest difference here is the pterodactyl. But you got options here, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But first off, you do have this newfangled pterodactyl thing that is reminiscent of who is it? Flame Toys is doing in their Kurikarakari line. with their Megazord. Is that who's doing that? Crazy Megazord with the big wings? Yeah. I don't know if that design comes from elsewhere, but I definitely saw that before I saw this. So, you know, this company here, Lucky Cat, they know what they're doing when it comes to taking the best parts of things. As you can see here, the normal pterodactyl chest for the Megazord is here. And I do have, I noticed, and I don't know if I did this or if it came out of the box like that. I honestly don't know. I did notice that I do have a little scuff mark right at the edge there. It's just silver, so I'm definitely going to be able to fix that. But the chest looks good. I mean, we could talk about that more during the Megazord review, but it looks fine. Everything there looks fine. There's other stuff to talk about here, including this beautiful head. I really like it. The mouth does not open here. Or does it? No, I don't think it does. No, it doesn't, right? So, it looks good, though. Love the eyes. Love the pink. Silver head looks great. The neck. You know, it all looks pretty good. The head is articulated. The neck is articulated. Well, back and forth at least, right? Then you got these amazing, amazing wings. And this just makes the Megazord itself just look better. You got really cool silver. Silver there, silver there. The translucent pink wings look incredible. This is what they look like on this side. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. They are articulated. There's multiple parts here that move, which is cool. All of that, all of this. This goes back and forth, back and forth. I think it moves here. Yes, it does. So lots of great articulation. Then you got these giant guns on the back, done in both silver at the tips and gunmetal here. These do open up like so. And that looks very, very cool. Love, love that. You know, and you could do it in so many ways, you know what I'm saying? Which is great. Lots of great articulation here for this. For sure, I can't figure out that second one. But and then the body moves like so. Here, I don't know why this is having a hard time focusing, but maybe if we move back. That does that. The legs are on ball joints there at the hip. Then you got a swivel. The knees swivel there. Ball jointed feet. I don't know if that was English, but ball jointed feet. So this is pretty good, you know. Nice gunmetal and regular silver. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Nice articulation on this. Looks fantastic. However, you get that? However, ta-da! If you want to go traditional, you absolutely can. And that is pretty slick. So really, if you do want to go the traditional route of the Pterodactyl Zord, yeah, this, you know, it has it. It has it both. There are, you know, the regular blaster feeties, as you can see here. However, not a great way to pop these on from what I saw. So, I mean, you would think you would put them in like this, but they don't really stay. At least not well on mine. They're super loose. That's how I would think they would go. I'm probably doing something wrong, but I can't figure out, you know, how another way to do it. You know, there's holes over here. You could put these in. Then these don't really come down all the way. So, you know, there's that. I don't know. Very strange to me. I'm sure I'm like missing something obvious, but it doesn't matter to me because this is just kind of like a novelty, honestly. You don't want this. You know, they give you all of this. So you don't really want that. Moving on to the Mastodon, as you can see, it comes with these giant like blasters here, like he's like a tank, which is good. And these articulate, which is also good. These are really, really nice. I like the green in there. It looks so, so good. Loving how these look. But of course, you know, you can take them off. And then you have your traditional Mastodon, which is really awesome. The M there looks fantastic. I love the paint on that. I love the paint on this. Very, very cool. The little feeties look good. The head sculpt looks really, really good. Like it a lot. All the paint on the sides here, on the ears look great. Down the middle, it looks awesome. The eyes look great. The tusks, they do turn, you know. And his nose here does articulate. His nose? Oh boy, his trunk here articulates. And then the little feeties do articulate forward a little bit. So that's cool. Actually, these swivel. These front ones go forward. You know, this doesn't connect at all. But, you know, I don't know. It's pretty cool otherwise. I don't know if they are supposed to connect with something. I know there's a little thing here. I don't know if this is for this. Like, if I put one here... Nope, it doesn't fit. So... But anywho, I digress. This looks really good. This was a pain in the butt, though, to transform for me. I don't know why. This is par for the course for me with Megazords. I always have a hard time remembering just how the Mastodon comes together for whatever reason. And then there's that Eureka moment, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you do it. But he looks pretty cool either way. Then we got Triceratops here with its awesome little gun tail, looking pretty slick. These do move, which is nice. You get that red and silver there, little red there. Gunmetal down here. No wheels though, unfortunately. These do not move. We got little feeties there, and the wheels and silver all looks really good around. The details are nice, the molded details. And, you know, like the sculpt work on the three I've looked at so far are really, really nice. Like, excellent for such little things. Head sculpt is fantastic too. The white paint all around looks great. The eyes look great. The yellow plastic look really good. He's friendly. I like it. For his extra weapon thing, these do come out, I believe. Yes, they do. And then you get two of these. Yes, you get the whole chain thing, which is so, so cool. What an awesome, you know, classic inclusion here. If I could get it in properly. To include. That is awesome. I don't think I put that in right, but that's okay. You get the picture. It is fantastic. Real chain. You get one for each. That is tremendous. Next up, we get the saber-toothed tiger, and this is the only one that has like mouth articulation. The mouth opens, you know, little saber-toothed tiger. Teeth are down here, looks really good. The head sculpt looks very nice. Paint is well done. Paint on the legs is very, very well done. Really like it a lot. The wheels here do turn, which, you know, we'll get to in kind. But I really like the legs, looking good. All the paint on it is beautiful. Paint on the sides here. I mean, are you kidding? This does not skimp out. These little wheels move. Oh, God. This puts to shame so many bigger, more expensive figures of this. Gunmetal, silver, awesome on the tail. Red. This is what the top looks like here. All of it looks phenomenal, guys. Really, really nice. I do like it. I don't think this stuff opens here, but I don't see a way to do it either. But yeah, otherwise, man, this is pretty fantastic. You do have articulation here, like that, and then at both parts of the legs, as you can see, tail moves. The front part, this part moves, you know, due to transformation and stuff, combination. The legs, again, move at the front. The head moves up and down. And that swivels as well. So, yeah, that comes out a little bit. But, man, this is pretty awesome. Honestly, this is a great saber-tooth tiger. And the last but not least, my favorite, the T-Rex Zord. As you can see, he's got these awesome cannons on his back. Really cool. I love it. I love the green. You know, and then you could just put him back like so. Just hang him back. And you could take him out too. You don't have to have him. He's got a little articulation in his arms like so, which is great. The head, not really much articulation. Also, you're hollow in there, and you can't really do the whole Megazord head in with the T-Rex Zord like normal, like you'd see the little horns there. At least I couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't get that to work properly. There is a hole there, but for some reason, every time I try to pop it in, you know, one part pops out. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave it without. The head sculpt does look awesome. Otherwise, you got blue eyes looking good. The mouth is done in silver underneath the, you know, at the bottom of the jaw. And then silver teeth. Silver on top with the black around it. Looks pretty good. This chest is awesome. The yellows, the reds, the silvers, everything looks very, very good. You got red here, and then yellows and reds, silvers. Silvers all going down the legs. And you got red there. Looking pretty good. The tail comes out being a little wonky. I feel like I don't have it aligned quite properly, but maybe I do. I don't know. It's interesting. It does have some segments, which is pretty cool. So that is pretty slick. You can get it to do a little bit of wiggle waggle. These parts can come out. These parts can come forward. So you can move the legs around like so. Let me zoom out. Oh my god, I'm so zoomed in. There's that. There's that. There's a little bit of wiggle waggle there. The black here on the legs looks really good. Oh, by the way, for those that love your diecast, the only diecast I found on this figure are at the legs, at the top of the legs. The whole thigh piece is diecast. Otherwise, I don't think there's any other diecast that I could find, at least. You guys can let me know. I thought for a second the tail on this was diecast, and it may be diecast. Like this part here might be diecast. It kind of feels cold. Both of these pieces, I think, are diecast. I'm gonna say they are, and then I could be wrong. I'll admit that. But for sure, these legs here are diecast. This and this part are definitely diecast. So yeah, looks pretty good overall. You know, it's okay. It's good. You know, some weird parts on the T-Rex, but you know, sometimes it's kind of hard to do. I think it's good enough. I think the proportions on these guys are all pretty good. It's interesting to see this guy so big, you know, in comparison to the T-Rex, or he's usually just a little chest piece. Now he's a fully functional big thing. Now, interestingly, if you do take this away, you can configure this with this part to have an even longer neck. And we might look at that a little bit later when we look at an interesting side super robot. But for now, the Zords look pretty great. One last thing before we move on to the Megazord, I did figure out how to get this in. For some reason, when I was playing around with it the first time, I couldn't get these to on the Megazord head to close at all. So maybe they were a little tight, but I was able to free them, and now I'm able to close them. But yeah, the Megazord head is actually just a separate piece. You just pop it in there, so it's not in inside here with it. But yeah, there you go. There's the proper look for your Dragonzord. You know, yeah, it works. It works all right. All right, but let's form a Megazord. And here is the Megazord all formed up in his classic mode. Yes, I went to the Megazord. It's easier to go to the Megazord than to do the tank mode. I hate the tank mode so bad. I guess we'll do it, but I hate it. I always have hated it. Anywho, this is the traditional classic Megazord. You know, it looks pretty good. The combination is pretty standard, you know. It's pretty standard Megazord, you know. Everything forms the way you would think. There's not much differences here, but it all works pretty well. I was having, I don't know if you noticed, I was having a hard time with the Sabertooth going properly where it's supposed to, but that's okay. We worked it out. We worked it out. But yeah, there's some cool things. Like, I like how this forms, you know, the, you know, back skirt there. That's pretty good. It doesn't peg into anything, but that's fine. You know, tail, of course, would go back here. There is another slot in there, but I couldn't get it to go in that slot, so I guess over here is fine. These, I'm not 100% sure if they are exactly correct. This one's a little bit loose, but it was the only way these back guns were going in. And then you could just, you know, turn them like this, you know, and that works. And you can knock off the Megazord's head. So, you know, the back cannons, they work. They look good. But, you know, because this is like this, you could change it in a number of different ways, you know, if you want. I don't know. You could do things. It allows you to do things, which is good. And now I can't remember how I had this. Oh, all right, let's just take him off. Yeah. And look at this guy in full. He's pretty good. The Megazord head, despite it popping off, is pretty good. I wish they just didn't do that, but they did. But it looks pretty good. I like it. It looks very nice. The green in the middle, it looks like a translucent green, which is kind of cool over the yellow. But I don't think it is, but it just has that look. Then, you know, his horns look good. Silver in the middle. Face looks good. Orange eyes, silver faceplate. The silver above the eyes looks good. Back of the head. Paint goes around pretty good. Paint, you know, we saw these, the Mastodon things. They look very nice. This is what the full back looks like. Yeah. Oh, well, you know, it almost looks better without the feet, but you don't want to do that. Then you got the back of the legs here. You know, there's not much to write home about on the back. Side view. Triceratops side first, looking pretty good. Side view. Wait a second. I think these get covered. Do these get covered here? I could have sworn. Wait a second. Well, maybe not. Maybe that is the coverage, but I think they have to come out a little bit. Maybe that's what it was. There we go. I think that's better. I think so, yeah. Side view here. Looking pretty good. You know, these guys form the legs very nicely. Again, so much paint. Beautifully done. I love it. Front of the legs look good with the black again. Again, die-cast legs here. Side skirts, front skirts, everything looks good. The chest looks very, very nice, as we've already seen. Just got that one little chip at the edge there. It's very, very tiny. I'm super zoomed in here on the camera. It is super tiny. Barely notice it, but it is there. And I will just apply a little silver right there. That's the easiest thing. And if that's like the only thing, that's amazing. The Megazord hands, fist hands look really good. I like it. Pretty good. Very, very, very good. So overall, man, the proportions are great on this guy. I mean, he's small on top, but I mean, I feel like that's properly Megazord-ish, right? Big legs, small on top. Maybe, you know, maybe he could be a little bit fattened up in spots, but it kind of has the same aesthetic as Voltron in that aspect. I believe their Voltron was like small on top with the long legs. So aesthetically, it works with what they're doing. So hey, there's that. Oh hey, an articulation on this guy. The head swivels, and you can go back and forth if you're able to lift that whole piece without getting this completely out, which is a bummer. There is, see, okay, hold on. There is, and I wonder if this is for this. I think it is. Screws that came with this. Now, I think I could be able to screw this into that to hold it better. I have a feeling that's what this is for. I couldn't find out what else this is for, but I'm gonna guess that is what it's for. I don't want to take it all out now, but yeah, that's gotta be, right? You screw it in from the bottom, screw this in, and maybe that'll hold it better. Oh gosh. Alright gang, so while you can definitely put the screw in, I tried. Appears that's what it's for. I think, I don't know. I think so though. I realized that I need to have this be removable to show you the final thing. So, I probably won't do it. Anywho, let's get on with the rest of the articulation. The arm could go all the way. I'm glad it didn't fall off the desk. All the way up. Can go all the way around. Swivel there. Double jointed elbow. Really good. Swivels here at the wrist. Swivel here at the waist, and you can move this completely up. As you see there. I think this is die-cast too. It is. So there you go. More die-cast content in this joint. So that's a pretty cool joint actually. This whole thing does maneuver up, but that's more annoying than anything. These hip skirts do move out of your way for all your leg action, which can go forward, can I believe go back a bit, nah, not so much. Can go all the way out, swivel there. Then you can move this to give yourself more leg kick-in action. It can even go forward, which is funny. And then this can move, nice big deep ankle rocker on both sides. So that's cool. You open it up and you could just don't open it up too much though, or else you're gonna pull this whole thing out of that ball joint that you just saw. Yeah. So you know, it's got decent articulation, I think. Pretty good actually. So that is great for the Headless Horseman here. So for accessories, we got 2 extra hands. They are splayed out open hands. They look pretty good. I definitely could use these, you know. You definitely would want to use them. They're good. They're nicely sculpted, but it's just done in black. Then the other major accessory is the big power sword. It looks really good in yellow and silver. Very nicely done. The handle's in black. So you want to put this in his hand. Looks really good. Nice and big. I really like that. That really, really works. And then for that, you get this big covering as an effect part, which is cool. We've seen other companies do this, and I do like it and appreciate it. Very nicely done. This is just done in kind of like an orangey yellow, and it works very well. So I like that. That's very, very cool. Definitely a welcome addition, and yeah, I mean, you need the sword, but it's good that it's huge, you know what I'm saying? I like that. So the last part of accessorizing this guy is adding this newfangled pterodactyl thingy, and you want to take off the head here, which, you know, I should have split this, but it just pulled off, whatevs. And then you take this here, and these are going to come down like so. And all right, you're gonna need the tail, which is over here now, and this tail is going to go in between. Did I get this right? I think it goes like this. in between these. Like that, or something. And then you take this and you're gonna put it at the end here, like that, or something. Something like this. If you want to do this part. If you want to do this part, I'm saying. You can just take it off. And then this is just going to attach. Oh, wait. You want to put this down. And now, not that that attaches to anything, but just so it's out of your way. And that attaches to his back. And now you got the big wing set, which looks really cool, you know? Again, it's got that, you know, flame toys thing going on. And I'm just saying flame toys because I don't know if there's a different source for this. But yeah, then you got the guns that could come over. I feel like the guns are, yeah, could be different. This popped off. Turn the guns around. Let's have the guns off. Okay. And then, yeah, there you go. You got guns. You got the wings, which look really cool. You got this weird fangled tail. But you got it. You know, you got it all. And I think that looks pretty good. I do. I like it a lot. It's very, very nice. These, I think I showed it before, but these wings are all articulated and everything came off. So, but yeah, this is a cool addition. But wait, you can arm this guy up even further in any number of configurations. You got all this extra weaponry and you got ports that it could go in. So, yeah, you know, have fun with that. I like these over here, but I felt like these kind of, just to show you everything kind of went better like this. So, yeah, good stuff. And you know, these kind of raise, and then you got, you know, shots firing from there, shots firing from there. Yeah, that's cool stuff, guys. Also, just to note, I think the proper configuration of the feet were to go this way. I had them out this way, so I changed that. But there you go. This thing looks crazy when he's like this, for sure. I don't know if I showed this before, but they do give you this one other tool. They give you a tool, you know, so you can help pry things out. And you really need it to kind of get, like, these things out. Okay, it's easier, you know, to push through with that. I like to go maybe with the back part here. And then push through there. And then that should come through, but so why am I even bothering doing this? Because you could do one extra weapon thing, and that's that. If you turn it around, you can sort of, here it is. You open up this little peg, and then I'm like breathless here. And then you can attach this to that. So, for the Headless Horseman here, you can even get more guns going and get all of that all at once. Lots of firepower. Yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, and of course, you have the Mastodon shield, which I only really found it to work like this. Like, this doesn't go on his hand, and I don't see another, like, configuration anywhere that would allow me to put it in his hand. Like, nothing comes out of here. I don't see anything. So, I don't know. It's fine. I like it like that, but, you know, just something to note. Ready, so one last Megazord thing to do, and that, of course, is the tank mode. here you go. There you go. Traditional tank mode. You could even add this guy if you want to the back. If you want to do all that. I won't. Let's just keep it traditional and call it a day on this. But no, we're not gonna call it a day, because wait, there's more. So now we got them back like that. There's other pieces that come with this to make like some other weird but cool like own Zord, like its own super robot. Like, you know, that's kind of cool. So you want to get these shoulder pads, and you're gonna pop them over these. Now there is a peg that goes into that silver part, just like that. Doesn't matter which direction, they're the same on both sides. You got that nice piece there, and then you get an extra head, which you pop in here. I think that might be the right thing, or it might not, but it's pretty cool. It's fine enough. And then for the feet, you take those off, and these guys, I don't recall what you do with them, to tell you the truth. Did they? I don't remember. But there's other feet that pop in here. I'll figure it out shortly. I just know these front pieces come out. And you replace them with those pieces. And here you have this really interesting looking super robot, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you put on the winged backpack, then it kind of really becomes its own thing in a way, and that's kind of cool. I like that. You know what I'm saying? More so even than the regular Megazord, because, you know, these are not very traditional for the regular Megazord. I like it, but, you know, I don't have the tail here. Because I was trying to figure out if you could have made a long-headed dragon. And I feel like you can, but, like, I can't find the right configuration. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get it to attach there, but I feel like you could do something with it, like if you turn the feet around, like so. Where's that head? Sidetrack. But, you know, if you do something like this, and you figure out how to work the back here in a way, it's almost like you could get like a cool traditional Asian dragon, you know what I'm saying? Chinese dragon or whatever. If you only had other feet, but I'm sure you could figure something out, and there might be something out there already, but I don't really see anything. But I don't know. I see that, and I'm like, I feel like there's more you could do with that. But anywho, I do like this. It was an interesting way for them, you know, to pack this and get it around. You know, licensing, I think. They didn't have to, they haven't done that anything before, but I don't know why, but for this, they did. It's an extra mode, and it's cool. I like these pieces. I like the silver. I like the silver and green and yellow there. I like the head sculpt. I think it looks really nice. It's kind of Dan Kuga-esque. It's pretty neat. And then I think these feet covering are really, really cool. And I guess these go like this or something. Is that how they go in normal mode? I don't think it is, but I like it. I think it's cool. I think it really, really works. So yeah, why not, guys? Hey, one final piece I don't think I showed in this video is this little thing. It kind of looks like a little gun, but can't really do much with it. Or you might be able to do something with it. Maybe it could go on the sides. I don't think it can. I don't think this hole is big enough. Maybe it is. No, it's not. And this is not either. Oh, this is. So yeah, you know, there you go. You can make a little gun out of this. It's kind of cool, but this is to combine the Sabertooth and the Triceratops together, to hold them together if you're going to do cube mode, which again, I'm sorry, I'm not. This video is long enough as it is, isn't it? And for your size comparison, here is the Lucky Cat Megazord with some other various Zords and Megazords you might have in your collection, including the SRC, the Super Robot Chogokin. It's pretty beloved, but I do have to say, this new one I think is, it works better. You know, I think it really does. Obviously, this is the Hasbro. I don't know if it's obvious. This is the Bandai vinyl, and this is the Super 7. But anywho, this is the comparison between these two. This thing is still awesome, and I do feel like this thing has the show proportions down a little better. But this one is like very like awesome like action figure, and he's slightly taller. So I think it works better. There's really great stuff about the SRC still, but I don't know. I think with all that this does, I think it's, in my eyes, I think it's a bit better. This is great. It holds up. But I do really like this new guy a lot. I think it's really cool. And here it is with some other robots you might have in your collection. So it does size with a bunch of different things, which is pretty cool. And just to get some Godzillas in here, here is NECA, SH Monster Arts, and Hayatoys. And he does scale best with the SH Monster Arts, I think. I think that's pretty good. I guess you could fudge it with other things too if you want. And last but not least, here is the Megazord with the two Lucky Cat Microcosmos Voltrons with the metallic version and the regular animation version. As you can see, Megazord's actually shorter than these two. But of course, when you put on that giant wing set, you know, the Megazord ends up becoming pretty big. But it makes me wonder how big their Devastator was in comparison. So if anybody did get that, let me know, because I feel like that one might even be bigger, you know, because of that price tag that I mentioned. And my final thoughts, there's a lot to like here, but there's some annoying parts. That head drives me bananas. Granted, there's a fix for that, so that's good, but it made this review just insanely annoying. There is some very tight tolerances here as well, so that's something to think about. You know, paint can scratch kind of easy if you're not careful. And even if you are careful, there's like certain things that it's hard to avoid. But overall, it is pretty awesome, I gotta say. I really do like it a lot. I think it's one of the best Megazords we've gotten, period. It's just very cool. I do like this pterodactyl setup. It's cool. Again, that Flame Toys, you know, it's kind of looking like that. At a much cheaper cost. This was $70. I got it at Toe Collectibles, and you can too. It's really good. I think it's well worth it. Sorry for those that wanted to see it transformed into a box. There's other videos that do that. I'm just not interested in that aspect of it, and I don't want to stress anything else on this set. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know. It was a long one, and you know, apologies if I missed anything here. There's so much, so easy to miss stuff. Bottom line is, this thing is awesome, and it looks really good, and that's the real thing you should take away from this. I recommend it. I think it's fantastic, and there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Diversify your collection. Get yourself something cool and third party. Yes, it is third party. Until next time. Peace out, peeps.